Hello and welcome to the Ferret Business Podcast. I am your host, YemmytheFerret, aka Yemmy, aka Wicked DJ Yemmy. And with me today is another returning member of the podcast veteran crew, but this person was actually in a double interview with her significant other. That's right, it's Mrs. Syther. Welcome back to the podcast.
Hello.
All of Insane Syther's links will be down below. But I will also link Mrs. Syther's YouTube channel, so if you want to, you can subscribe. She said in the last episode with Syther that she might possibly, maybe, in the future, start up her channel. But for right now, she's just modding and living life. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sums it up.
So how are you today? It's later in the evening for you. How's the night going?
Yep, it's okay. I have a lot of university work due coming up to the Christmas period, so I'm busy with that at the moment.
What are you going for? Is it something big, like nursing or something like that?
I'm training to be a social worker.
Oh, a social worker. What would the job title be like?
It depends what I decide to go into. I'm thinking possibly children working in adoption and fostering, or I'm quite enjoying our law modules at the moment, so I might do something law-based with social work, so we'll see.
Oh, okay. Does that take a lot of schooling, or?
3 years at university, but we have to do placements as well, so from March next year, I'm working basically for free for 70 days.
Of course.
Sucks, yep.
Yeah. Well, my friend's going into physical therapy, and he had to work a whole summer for free. I guess it's you get paid an experience, I guess they say.
Yeah, and I suppose I have my student loan to help me through it.
Yeah, that gives you a little help for trying to get the job you want. You have a little bit more passion because you're like, I need to pay this off.
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
So Syther's actually streaming right now as we're doing this. So
Yeah.
you don't have your backup or emotional support, moral support maybe it would be.
You're like one of them dogs that you take on aeroplanes. No, he's not here to look after me.
Because I remember when he did his back in like episode something like 50. I don't remember what exactly it was, but I remember he had to have you there to just kind of be there for moral support, maybe hold his hand a little bit.
Yeah.
But you don't need that.
No, I'm brave. I'm brave. Yeah, it's nothing to do with the fact that he's streaming and he can't. No, I'm absolutely fine.
Actually, speaking of the last episode we did, I guess not speaking of that. Anyways, bad transition. But I looked up typhophobia, which is the fear of irregular holes.
Yeah.
And now I have it too.
It's horrible, isn't it?
It's really. I don't even want to think about it.
No. We'll just move on. Move on from that topic.
So you and Syther have been dating for 3 years now, you said, right?
Yes. Yep.
What's the secret to the insane Syther couple? Oh, geez, I messed up that. What's the secret to your insane couple? Oh, geez, you get what I'm saying.
Yep. Yeah. Our equilibrium.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know really. We just click, I suppose.
Well, that's good. It's good to click.
Yeah, it is. We just get along. We have a very similar sense of humour. We like doing similar things, but we also have different interests as well, which keeps it interesting. I think if you're too much the same, it gets boring really easily.
Yeah, I can see that. That. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a different taste in music, slightly different taste in films, and it just, it does make it a lot nicer. You've got more to talk about.
Are you a maggot like him?
A maggot?
A fan of Slipknot?
No, I'm not a maggot then. I can appreciate them, but I wouldn't say I'm a fan, no.
Okay, good thing I clarified it.
Yeah, I was like, no, Yemmy, I'm not a maggot.
So what artists are you a fan of? Do they have a special name for their fans?
I listen to a lot of different stuff. It really does depend on what sort of mood I'm in. Growing up, I was an S Club 7 fan, and on some days I do still put on a playlist on YouTube because, you've got to bring back the memories.
Was there a special name for their fans, or was it just a fan of S Club 7? A clubby?
No, I don't think they had a specific name.
Huh.
We weren't that cool.
Yeah, I think my favorite name for fans of people, there's the Parrot Heads for Jimmy Buffett fans. And then of course the classic Juggalos for the Insane Clown Posse.
Of course.
It's just a fun word to say. Juggalo. So what are some of like the worst dates you've had with Syther? Or has there been a worst date where just everything's gone wrong?
Worst date. We haven't really had any that have been disastrous. On one of our first dates, we went crazy golf, which I won.
Oh.
Just saying. And we decided to go for some food afterwards, but at a different place. So we had to drive, and we ended up going the wrong way down like I suppose it would be a highway to you, but it's our motorway. We ended up going south, I think, instead of actually needing to go north.
Oh.
Which he blames that on me, but I wasn't driving, so technically it can't be my fault. The person behind the wheel is in control of the vehicle.
Right. So where'd you guys end up? Instead of ending up, did you like end up towards a P2?
Yeah, we would have been a little bit closer towards P2, so we ended up going down like a couple of like junctions and then having to come back on ourselves to end up where we needed to be.
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I was going to a football game, and it was out of our area. Then we had to go through Cleveland, and the numbers on the freeway went from exit 1, 2, 3, and then all of a sudden it went to exit 15. And I was like, what did we miss?
A lot.
I don't know how we got back, but we did. Because that was before I knew anything about, because I'd just been driving for like a few months, and I didn't know anything about the freeway. I didn't know anything about getting to Cleveland and back to where I live, and it was scary because it's like it was night, and his dad was driving in front of us, and he drove really crazy, and I couldn't keep up with him, and yeah, it was
always
bad.
Scary. First experience on the major roads is always scary.
So what about in general? Have you had any strange dating experiences in general with any other people?
I went on a date once to an Italian, and they kept having like electric problems, so the power kept going off.
Oh.
That's probably the worst one I've been on. Yeah, like literally, like the lights would go off and all the music would go off, and then it would be a few minutes and it would come back on again. 10 minutes later, it'd all turn back off again. They're having some real bad issues. Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least I guess that's not as bad as a lot of the other dating stories I've heard, whether it be online or in person.
No, I think generally I've done okay. Fingers crossed. Touch wood for the future. Yeah.
Well, you and Syther didn't have to deal with like Tinder or anything like that. You kind of just met at work and went through that way. Do you have any I guess you would say advice for people who maybe are dating through apps?
I did have Tinder before I met Syther, and I would just say, be careful. People can put across like really good personas on like apps like that. So just be aware that they might not be as cool as they say they are.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask earlier. When Syther first started doing YouTube videos and streaming and stuff like that, what was your initial reaction? Were you supportive, or were you just like were you more held back about it?
I think a little bit of both. I think I was supportive because he really enjoys doing it. He's really like getting into it. He's making loads of friends and he's enjoying the recording side of stuff. But I think I was a little bit reserved for my own personal reasons of wanting to become a social worker and how he might reflect on me, which is so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, you hear so many horror stories of going into a social work career that it just puts the fear of God into you. It really does. But I'm a lot more laid back about it now. Oh. Now that I've settled into the idea, I'm like, well, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as you're anonymous, yeah.
Exactly, yeah, so we're all good.
So back to the dating questions. One more for you. Have you ever had a really bad holiday experience during or a date during Christmas time?
A date during Christmas time? No. I don't think I have, actually. I've always either been single or in a steady relationship over the holidays.
Oh, oh
so
my
I've
gosh!
generally been okay.
Do you hear that? It sounds like jingle bells. Oh my gosh!
Hmm?
Well, hey, it's time to play the Jingle Bells sound, the new game that we are playing today with Mrs. Syther. This is Mrs. Syther's holiday dating advice with YemmytheFerret as your co-host. I asked people a question on Twitter today, or the other day, about questions that they would like to know the answer to about holiday dating.
Righto, so that's what it was for.
You see, because originally P2 is the one who does the dating advice, but
yeah.
my producer was like, he did such a poor job giving out dating advice that we need to switch to someone else. And I was like, well, why don't we just switch the gender role? Give the other the other perspective, and then also let's just do a holiday dating thing. And he was like, yeah, that's good. And this is the conversation I had in my head because I am the producer. So
yeah, good talk.
So, Mrs. Syther, the first question we have today is from Flower Gothic, and she asks, suppose you were on a date with Santa Claus, what would you do?
What would I do? As in, where would I take him?
Sure.
Santa Claus. So probably somewhere warm. If I was not on a budget. You spend so much time in the North Pole, cold up there, so let's fly out to somewhere hot, Let's go to Barbados. And then we're going to sit on the beach and drink a nice cold glass of milk and eat some cookies.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You don't think you'd be sick of cookies by the time that Christmas is over?
How can you be sick of cookies?
That's true. What a dumb question, Yummy.
Exactly, yes.
Well, all right. There we go. That's that question out of the way. Next up, we have a few questions from Grog Games. And the first one he asks is, what's the... I didn't even read these before.
Oh, God.
What's the sexiest gift you can give your significant other?
Oh, gosh. So, as a female, I suppose the sexiest gift I could give to my male other half would probably be something for me to wear for him.
Oh.
That's what I'm going to go with, and I'm going to say no more.
All right. Next question from Grog Games. What is the minimum number of months before dating that you can bring your family... Wait, hold on. I read that wrong. What is the minimum number of months of dating before you can bring your partner to the family Christmas?
I think that probably depends a lot on your family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it depends how much you like the person. So, I mean, it could be a month if you feel that you're comfortable with them meeting your family. But if you're not sure whether that person is going to be in the family in the long term, maybe leave it a bit longer until you're 100% certain on that one.
How many months was it before you and Syther had to do a Christmas together?
So we got together for about 5 months, I think it was.
That's a good amount of time. I don't think beating the family on Christmas Day is also a good idea.
No, not for the first time, definitely not.
Probably should meet him before that.
Yeah, it would be advised.
So his third question now is, what is the cheesiest holiday pickup line? Have you had any cheesy holiday pickup lines thrown your way?
I have never had a holiday pickup line thrown my way. Or any real pickup lines, to be fair. No one's ever picked me up with a cheesy pickup line. That's a little bit disappointing.
They've never been like, oh, I'm the Grinch and you're the town? I don't know.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's kind of just made me think of one now, and it's going to be absolutely terrible. I'm so bad with pickup lines, Jimmy. This was a bad question. So maybe something along the lines of, if I'm the Grinch and you're Christmas, I'm going to destroy you.
Oh, wow.
That was so bad. I'm embarrassed.
It sounded a little bit. No. Never. It almost sounded sinister, like I was scared. I was like, oh no. He's gonna come
Told you, bad at pickup lines.
What's this under the tree? Is it ticking? Like what? Alright, the last question from Grog Games. He asks, where is the best place to play where is the best place to put your mistletoe?
I saw this one on Twitter. Oh gosh. My initial thought was, I'm going to be completely honest. My initial thought was on your belly button. But if you're going to go for something a little bit more PG, probably above your front door would be quite nice.
I have to kiss the FedEx man when he comes up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is that mistletoe? And you rip it down. You're like, no.
No, definitely not.
All right, the next questions come from the Mel and Apollo show. And they ask, what is the best gift you ever gave to someone?
The best gift I've ever given somebody. I gave an iPad. I bought an iPad for Syther last year. That was probably the best gift that I've probably given at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Was he play Candy Crush on there?
No, he doesn't play Candy Crush. I don't play Candy Crush anymore. I got stuck like 2 years ago and I can't get past the level, so done.
And instead of spending money, you're just like, yep, we're done. We're out of here.
Yeah, that's it.
They also ask, what is your favorite Christmas ornament? Do you have a favorite Christmas ornament that you and Syther put on the tree?
We have a wooden star that hangs on our tree from our first Christmas together, and it literally says on it, First Christmas Together 2015. So I really enjoy putting that one on.
That's cute.
Yeah.
You see, mine's like a gnome or a bear, a stuffed bear that's on the tree.
Aww.
And then also they ask, would a green or a white tree? I've always gone with green. Oh,
definitely green.
Yeah,
I would go green. White can look nice, but green is your traditional, and we like a traditional Christmas.
Also, usually white trees are like spray painted that way, however they do it, with the little aerosol can, and it gets you everywhere. Don't want that.
Yeah, or the ones with the fake snow on, yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Well, hey, look at that. The next question is from Mrs. Syther. She asks, what is the worst possible gift you could buy your partner for Christmas?
I wrote this, and now I regret writing it.
The gift of friendship.
Oh, that's a nice one. How would that be bad? Oh gosh, yeah, because if it's your partner, duh. Yeah. Old blonde moment there. That would be quite bad. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Let's just be friends.
Merry Christmas. We're just friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you because I can't actually think of anything else, but that would be terrible.
Well, that's why I'm the co-host in this part.
Oh yes.
All right, so the next few questions are from my friend Nick, and he sent me a good ton of them and blew up my phone. So thanks, Nick. He asked, do you have a holiday tradition with Mr. Syther? And if so, what is it?
Yeah, so our Christmas Eve tradition is that we have some of my family around in the evening for a bite to eat and just chill out. And then as soon as they've got home, we get snuggled up in bed and we watch the Muppets Christmas Carol. And we've done that every year that we've been together so far now.
It's a quality movie. I love the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I also like Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
We watch that one every year. We try to watch that one every year because it's just it's always funny, you know? The jokes always land.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say Elf, but I can only take so much of Will Ferrell being a man-child.
Oh no, God, Elf is good. To be fair, I enjoy nearly every single Christmas film because I just love Christmas.
Even the Santa Claus 3?
Oh yes, yeah, you've got to love it, and you just got to.
All right. He also asks, what would you do if you saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus?
I'd be a little bit worried, I think. My poor father. But my dad has dressed up as Santa Claus before to record it when my brothers were toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
So he dressed up as Santa to go into their room to put some presents in their cot, and they filmed it so they could show them the next morning that Santa had been.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like
so in that
idea.
respect, it might be my dad dressed as Santa, so you just don't know.
Yeah. Rip off the beard.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, do you prefer snow on Christmas or no snow on Christmas?
Well, we've kind of got used to having no snow on Christmas because we barely ever get a white Christmas here.
Yeah, same here.
But I think I would prefer snow. Makes it a little bit more magical.
Yeah. Better to see white snow instead of green grass or brown grass, depending on how much rain you've
Yeah.
gotten.
Yeah. Snow just makes everything look so much prettier.
And the last question from my friend Nick, aka Greedy Waffle. He says, would you rather skip Thanksgiving meal or Christmas meal?
Well, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving anyway, so it's just going to have to be Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Easy one.
Very easy. All right. Well, hey, the next one is from, oh, look at that. It's Player 2, the Love Guru, and he asks, start dating a short period of time before Christmas. Do you give a gift?
Yes, I would say so. Even if it's just a nice little token gift, it just shows that you appreciate them and you're thinking of them at Christmas.
Here is a few coupons for the market down the street.
Yep.
Merry
I
Christmas.
slipped them out the magazine myself.
Yeah. He also asks, what do you do if a guy or a girl you've been dating for a short space of time asks you to join her or his family for Christmas Day? I think we kind of already covered this a little bit, but this is a little bit different worded.
Yeah. I think, again, it depends on how comfortable you feel with them and how long you've been dating and have you met the family. I think, for me, family is a big thing. So if it was me personally, I'll probably say that I'm going to have the daytime with my family, but I'll come over in the evening. So it's a bit of a compromise.
Yeah. I celebrate like 4 Christmases, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Just all the different families.
Do you get 4 different dinners though?
No, I only eat I eat a big breakfast, and then my mom cooks my favorite things for Christmas Day. So gotta go over there.
Nice. Yep.
All right, the next question is from Your Random Gamer, and he asks, what's your favorite holiday drink?
Probably mulled cider.
Oh.
Yeah, I do like, especially when we go to the Christmas markets, I do like buying a nice mulled cider.
Are you a fan of eggnog?
Well, see, I've been asking this question. I still don't understand what it is.
I'm pretty sure it's spoiled milk.
Is it? Is it alcoholic?
You can make it alcoholic. Let's see,
okay.
eggnog. I'm curious myself. From Alton Brown. Do you know who Alton Brown is? Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh, if you ever watched Cutthroat Kitchen, he's the host of that. He's very good.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here's how you make a delicious eggnog. Actually, I shouldn't say delicious because I'm not a fan of it. But anyways, it's 4 egg yolks with a 1/3 cup of sugar plus 1 tablespoon. Ooh. A whole pint of milk, a cup of heavy cream, 3 ounces of bourbon, 1 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, and 4 egg whites. Eggnog.
Do you actually like heat it up then? Because it's got raw egg in it.
I think you serve it cold.
Cold.
Yeah, you must heat it up in the cooking process and then chill it.
Yeah. I think I'll give it a miss. I'll stick to my cider.
All right, the final question today for the holiday dating advice section with Mrs. Syther. This one comes from Vex Exists, and she asks, she kind of tells a little story here. You and your significant other want to spend the day out building snowmen and eating non-yellow snow, only there is no snow. So what do you do for a date instead?
So I think if you're that set on being out in the snow, I would probably go to one of like the snow domes that we have close by, where you can do you can do a little bit of skiing, you can go down on the bobsleds and stuff, and have the day there.
Yeah, we have one of those close to where I live. They mix like artificial snow and real snow together, and you can do like snow tubing and skiing and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think that would be nice. Nice compromise if you haven't got any real snow to play with.
Let's say you don't have one of those near you or close enough.
Oh my god. Well, you can buy that like snow in like a little tub that you mix water with, and you could make a tiny mini snowman in your kitchen while you bake cookies and drink mulled cider.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for giving out some great dating advice, Mrs. Syther.
You're very welcome.
The jingle bells are fading away as we go back into our regularly scheduled programming, and now we get to talk about a video that I sent you that you've actually already seen, but the video is called where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's called Gary Anderson Fartgate Interview. And this is a dart player from the UK who was he was throwing darts with other people, and all of a sudden a foul stench came onto the stage. And afterwards he gave an interview, and it was pretty entertaining, pretty funny. What are your thoughts on it? What was your initial reaction to the Fartgate?
Well, it came across as quite British, I'll be honest. Especially in his honesty. I don't watch darts, so I don't know what it's like, but they obviously are, so they do play close to each other. But yeah, it did make me laugh.
Is professional dart throwing really a big thing in the UK? Because people play darts at bars and pubs and stuff like that, but is it really like worthy of being a professional sponsored sport?
I don't know. It does seem to be a fairly big thing. I didn't realise it was only in Britain, I suppose, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily worthy, but yeah, if that's what they do.
He actually says during this interview, which was one of my favorite lines, he says, "Stick your..." Randy. He says, "Stick your finger up my ass. There would be no smell." Yeah. It's a very strange one right there.
Yeah, that is an interesting way to try and prove that it wasn't you, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, the old saying is whoever smelt it dealt it, but also there's another saying that says whoever denies it is the one who supplied it. Do you think he actually supplied the fart?
Maybe. I mean, his face does look a bit like, he might not be telling the truth. You watch his eyes and he's like, "Oh, no, that wasn't me, I swear."
So, in the UK, is this more of like an open thing, flatulence and stuff like that? Is it more open than the US?
No, I wouldn't say so. Definitely not.
'Cause he seems very nonchalant while talking about it.
Well, he's obviously a bit of an exception to the rule, I suppose.
But yeah, I still can't believe there's sponsors for dart players. He must be making good money though.
Yeah, it appears to be.
So the final thoughts on Fartgate. One, he obviously dealt it to me. I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, seriously, stick your finger up my butt. There's no smell. Like, okay.
Yeah, that would work.
But yeah, any other thoughts on the video?
I think I kind of want to read part of his biography now. Because he actually says, doesn't he, in his biography that he's quite open and honest. Like, if it was him, he would say, "Yeah, that was me, I did that." So, might give that a gander and see what he's actually said about himself in that.
He probably wrote a whole chapter on this. He was just like, "And those bastards, they thought I fought it, but I told them no, nay."
Nay.
All right. Well, hey, Mrs. Syther, that's all the time we have today on the podcast. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my ferret heart for coming on and talking to me about various things about you two and the flatulence and answering those holiday questions. It was a blast. I appreciate it.
It's all right. I've really enjoyed myself. Thank you for having me.
like I said, all of her links will be down below, including Syther's links as well, Insane Syther's Gaming, his links as well, her Twitter account, of course. And then if you wait until the end of the video, the end cards will show the latest video on Syther's channel, and of course her YouTube channel will be in the spotlight section. Mrs. Syther, is there anything else you want to say before we end the podcast?
No, I just say thanks again to you, Yemmy, because it's been an absolute pleasure having a chat with you and answering lots of weird and wonderful questions. And thank you to everybody else that I'm not actually a YouTuber, I just try and support people, but I've made some really, really nice friends and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Well, all right. I am the host, YemmytheFerret, and this has been another episode of the Ferret Business Podcast.